Hello, everyone. This is a very peculiar stream. This day, a friend of mine had her birthday, and I thought I'd do a pixel art present for her. And because she's a really fun, sort of outgoing, cheerful personality kind of person, I decided to draw her on a swing. Also, because her sort of internet persona or internet aliases are all very much drawn into the fairy kind of theme. So I just thought it would be fun. It would fit within the theme. So I decided to have her like just swing really, really kind of freely and sort of having fun. And here what you saw me earlier was drawing a sketch of the shape because the motion in this case is more important probably than the proportions on the body. It's more about feeling that the attitude is correct. And during this whole time, I failed to see that the legs were a little short. Now, it's true that I'm only drew one leg here, but one of the people in the chat pointed it out, and I kind of went like, yeah, that makes sense. Just sort of I kind of became blinded to it. With the whole basic set of colors here, I was looking for keeping the colors on the low count. I wanted to have like a couple of colors only for most of the situations. And that would be to give it sort of an illustrating kind of feel. This is a person that is going to art school right now and is sort of developing her style. And I kind of wanted to have this sort of look of illustration rather than a pixel art piece. I also drew a little bit of the underwear there, just as a sort of as a joke, because the interactions that we have are usually very sort of comical, and everyone has fun and everything. So just thought it would be like cheeky and interesting. I will try to add makeup here. She does wear makeup quite a lot, but I don't feel like I could make it work the same way that she can. So I decide against it. I do keep the cheeks, the rosy cheeks, just because I think it gives it a more joyful feel. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the nose that color, but if I do, it's again based on the sort of cartoony idea. The hair, I couldn't decide what color hair to do. I've seen her mostly with blonde hair and red hair. So I decided to go something in between that is not very it doesn't really decide too much on it. The whole idea of having this kind of, even with this background color, is this kind of sort of storybook feel. And so I decided that maybe this is the cover. This is like a poster or a postcard or just something like that. So I went in and added these sort of leaf patterns, and I put them behind the legs, and I've sort of fixing this that the shapes of the leaves kind of look more like silhouettes of leaves in the background without having to go in and shade them all individually. And then I just take copies of that and bring a new layer up front and kind of do a brighter shade of leaf just for that. So this is the fun part, which is adding the rim light. Kind of had the idea of having the sunlight over through the top of the trees, and I kind of went and just drew that there, just moving the hand down there, which is something I should have done earlier. Eventually someone will come in with a suggestion of the legs. I'm not sure if I've already done that. Maybe I have. I think I have. Doing the shapes here for the dress, this is a technique that I use quite a lot. I just make a selection of what I want on top of the dress, and then I copy the light differences or the values from that layer, put them on a new layer, and then just change the hue so that I have different colors. I'm also poking holes, technically speaking, on the rim light in parts where the object might cast shadows. So for example, on the thigh, you can see there's a cast shadow from the rope on the other side. Also a lot of cleaning up, and the cleaning up is mostly to sort of get this sort of illustrative feel. Once again, I wanted this to look like an illustration rather than a pixel art piece from a game or something like that, even though the background, the leaves are very much game-like. I'm adding some flowers here using the colors from the image, just to sort of break the idea that the background is all but forest or something like that. I'm also experimenting here with making a pixel art image that is high resolution and has a bit of a bloom effect. I end up deciding against it, and here I'm using my dither brush to sort of fade the ropes out. I also, because of the whole theme, the flowers and whatnot, I was thinking of doing this sort of either Art Deco or Art Nouveau illustrative illustrative theme. So I just went more like Art Nouveau thing. I add a little bit too much detail, and then I just go screw it. Let's just keep it simple and add a text here, which is happy birthday, which I'm doing by hand, just because I really wanted to. It sounds weird, but yeah, I just really felt like I really wanted to do that by hand. So I construct the shapes of the letters in this one, and for some reason I completely miss the size of the shapes of the letters. So there you go, happy birthday, and I sign it as well in a dull down green, so she can remember who it was from. And this is the result. I was really happy with this. I hope she liked it as well. I think she did. She said she did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you some other time. Take care.